Okay, yeah. All the way back over to Temple Ruins. There we go. Now to wait till the next gym. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. You're already gonna... No? Get... Okay. The jump broke it for me. Okay. Oh, no. No! There we go. I should go a little slower. That's how I kill myself. Going fast like that is how I kill myself on this game. It's actually funny. It used to be 2 was the easier game. I think now this one is. With all the slice of life improvements they've added to it. This is actually probably the easier game now. By which I should say the time I can get to 99 lives and then keep it there for a while. That was bad. And there I go. Yeah, because it used to be on the PS2 version of 2, I could go 99 lives at the end of the 3rd warp room. And then, with a few exceptions, keep it there until the end of the game, basically. This one I can usually get it by the 3rd island, but I'm not sure if it's going to cooperate. Again, though, the perils of doing a game while multitasking, essentially. That being said, I have a very interesting form of multitasking when I'm playing an RPG. I swear I have completed books by reading through cutscenes of RPGs. So, like, Kingdom Hearts I've completed a couple of times. I'm waiting for the fire on this one. Kingdom Hearts I've completed a couple of times. So I will... Essentially, I can ignore the cutscenes because I'm like, I already kind of remember what's going to happen here. I just need to kind of keep an ear out for goalposts. Oh, no. Bad timing on the bats. But yeah, then that means I can usually... There will be cutscenes where I'll just be able to be like, well, I got a minute. That's 2 pages worth. I'll read. So over the course of Kingdom Hearts, I can finish like a 200 and something page novel during the cutscenes. Just so long as I'm paying attention to where I need to go next. For example, like right now, it's really easy for me to read, I think the last run I did, I went through... I have the old 007 James Bond series by Ian Fleming's, the books. I think I went through Casino Royale and 50 pages of Live and Let Die at the end of my last Kingdom Hearts run, so that's about 230 pages. In the formatting that I have, it was about 230 pages. Oh, and my dogs have been brought in. They're in the other room, but yeah, I can hear... I have a husky who is particularly talkative. Also hilarious because she never barks at intruders. She only howls at us. Because she is a love puppy and wants attention. She is adorable, but she is a handful. I swear she is part border collie. Whoa. I don't think I have an easy to grab picture, so unfortunately I can't show her off. Okay. is actually one of my better runs of this level. I was trying to hold off on that for as long as I possibly could, but now I can't think of anything else to say. Oh, but anyways, how has your New Year's Eve been so far? What kind of stuff have you been doing? Oh, that was risky. I shouldn't have done that. Usually I can, like, hop on top of the knot and hop off, but nope. It sent me all the way back here. Not right and lightheaded for some reason. Huh. Not even sure what, like, could be the cause of that. Huh. Okay, at least the thing is open, but I'm gonna just... I can use the bonus round as a checkpoint, but I'm just gonna... Probably stress. Well, I hope your New Year's, the rest of the evening, has a little bit less stress. And the rest of the year, I guess, has a little bit less stress than the last one. Okay, I will be right back because my door cracked open a little bit. I think the cat tried to get in. Okay. Yeah, it was the cat. We have dogs in because of the fireworks themselves, and then we have some of my family over. Hanging out with my mom, mostly. But, cat saw all that, was like, nope, don't want this, and likes to go hide in my closet when that happens. So I saw him at the door, like, trying to poke it open. Little Siamese cat. He's adorable, but pain in the ass when he wants something. Except he's also... We rescued him as a kitten. He was actually found in the underside of a car, so we call him Axel. So, yeah, we pulled him out of a car, and he doesn't like public spaces. So, Red Siamese cats are really noisy. Is that true? Yes. Ours a little bit shy, so he's not exactly... He's not the loudest, but, he is one of those cats that will yowl across the house if he wants something. And... It's pretty piercing. I think if he were... In his less shy moments, he is like a really talkative cat in his less shy moments. Like, if I go up to him in a particularly boisterous attitude, he goes and hides. But if I, like, sit down on the bed and I'm quiet and I scratch with him, he's meowing and purring and chirping and all over the place. Again, if he was not shy, he probably would be a very, very, very talkative cat. That would drive me insane. He is, how to put it? I think because of his rescue stuff, it does make him quieter, and he's not a, he's not the Oriental Siamese, he's the, what is it? He's not the, there's two varieties of Siamese. There's a long-faced one that I can't remember, and ours is the applehead Siamese. And the appleheads tend to be just a little tiny bit quieter. So they have a more... Their face is a little bit closer to that of a tabby. If on the appleheads. Want to rant on the decade? Yeah, it's kind of been one of those. You are not alone on that opinion. Everybody I've seen basically today has been complaining about the decade, and given what I've heard from most of them, probably justified. Actually, no. Scratch probably. Probably entirely justified. Oh, no. Oh, God, right in the fire, too. There we go. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, no, it's later. There's a special bonus token that I'm looking for, and I thought I missed the first one, but nope. They're all later. In addition to a gem, there is a key. And I gotta wait. Yeah, this is why I hate this one particularly for time trials, because... like, even 2's worst levels still have, like, places where it's okay to go through kind of quick. This one is a mix of patience and frustration that does not work for time trials. Yeah, no. I jumped right into the fire again. There we go. It should be noted that I would consider myself a rather patient person normally, but if I get particularly angry, my neck starts throbbing, and the last time I tried doing this on a, there's that token. That's the one I was looking for. The last time I tried doing this one on the time trial, yeah, it made my neck throb. There we go. Okay, now I need to jump on these. There we go. This actually isn't terribly bad run this time around, but I have a feeling I'm gonna jinx myself if I stay super confident like that. Alrighty. And yay, I do have all of them, so bonus round. Okay, I heard box of chocolate cookies, and on my break I will be definitely getting some. It should also be noted I'm not usually this, I would not consider myself usually this boisterous, but to prep for this, I've had 2 cups of coffee shortly before. And 2 cups of coffee in this time in a rather short time frame. Not necessarily wired, but I'm definitely more awake than I usually am. Okay. Ooh. That's the first I've ever had that happen. I'm usually afraid of spinning that last set, otherwise I've blown up the thing. But apparently, the one off to the side gave me enough purchase to just fall right on down. I will say, looking at this game, they did wash a lot of colors out in this remastered version. Like, because this one has a generally orange palette, whereas in the original, it was like orange mixed with purples or blues. Because the stonework would be more of a purplish hue than the gray tinged with orange. Although that being said, I do like the effect of the pink on this floor. There we go. 87 isn't bad. I've gotten 99 before the third island before, but... yeah, well. And I got a key, which unlocks a... little one back here. And I can get the gem for this one, because it's one... I will say, I do like this kind of forced scrolling. At least with the 3D ones like this, I can see a little bit ahead of me, at least. Does the change to widescreen affect... oh. Trying to read and play at the same time. Does the change to widescreen affect the gameplay any? Not really. At least not for me. I'd say they did a pretty good job at translating it over. To the point where, other than figuring out some different jumping controls, because that they did change. One I always thought was a little bit too floaty, and 3 was a little bit too stiff. By comparison to 2. And they kind of evened it out, so it's similar to 2's mechanics the entire way through. So it took me a little bit of time to get used to the jumping mechanics, but otherwise it was basically just like... I was able to pick up and play this pretty easily, but... I know... I've seen you on Un's channel on Discord. I forget whether you were one of the ones who noted that... probably not. About, either not playing as many 3D games or the transition to 3D games being a problem. Whereas for me, I've always played 3D games, so... I don't know. For me, it was just like... yeah, I've been playing other similarly... to a certain extent, similarly styled games by the time this one came out. So it's just like... easier for me to pick up and go. Woo, that was close. No, I don't have a problem with 3D games. Okay, it was probably... it was somebody else, I guess. But yeah, for me, it was just a matter of getting used to the new jump mechanics. The widescreen didn't really change anything. I think it did help the fact that this is a... it's a pretty faithful recreation, so it was one of those where I was just like... as soon as I kind of understood, like, oh yeah, this is coming up, and then this is coming up, it was kind of... it was easier for me to change. I mean, to get used to this. I actually can go back and forth between this one and the PlayStation version pretty easily. The PS1 version pretty easily. This just makes it easier. This one in particular just makes it easier where I don't have to change the discs. And the aforementioned earlier problems with glitches and freezing. I'm actually making really good time. I just noticed I've been playing for about 50 minutes. I've been playing for about 50 minutes. Ah! And I'm already at, what is it? Oh, 50%. That's still not too bad, though. So, yeah, I'll still actually be able to make it through at least this one before the new year starts. As much of a travesty some of the other levels are in terms of music, I think this one's an improvement. It is still the closest to Devo I will ever come to appreciate Devo. Mark Mothersbaugh is the composer, and he was part of Devo, and I was just like, oh! I never made the connect. I found that out like a year or two ago, and I was like, oh! I never made that connection before. Because I never... Like, I knew of Devo, but it was just like... They're not usually my style, but I love the music for these games. So it was kind of like, huh. Yeah, no, I can hear the Devo influences, and I should have pointed that out earlier, but... No, I like this one better. So yeah, for me, this is the closest to Devo I will ever get to regularly listening to Devo. Timing heavy. The easiest way for me to know, I cannot do those like automatically. I have to count every single bounce. Otherwise, it's like I fall because I'm not paying attention. At least in this one, I can redo the bonus rounds. They didn't allow you to do that in the original. Okay, I gotta wait for you to get back over here. Or not! Okay. Immediately get proven wrong. Actually, you know what? No. This game has some pretty close ones. Like this track in its original incarnation is pretty close to something that would sound like Evo, but one of them in two. There's one for some of the space levels that is really close to stuff like I only know like 2 songs by name. So the one I'm thinking of is Watch Us Work It. Ah! I thought I was a little closer to the... I thought I was a little farther from the edge on that one. Stupid bonus heading, I think, was in the way and I couldn't see myself. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Thankfully, the bonus rounds did not count toward the box totals in the old one, because I kept messing that one up all the time. Although I think some of that was due to the jump mechanics of the old one. Because with it being really floaty, I'd almost always overshoot. And especially later on when I was playing 2 a lot more. That was not good. Because I'd always get used to 2's jumping style and be comfortable with that. And then I'd go back over to 1 and be like, oh no! I'm not used to this anymore. Okay, I can't do this one yet. So I'll just go through the short way. Which is this way over here. Oh, Jesus. That was not a good way to take. Oh, yeah, I hit 99. I must have done that. That Brio bonus round gave me like 6 lives, so it was just like... That's probably where I got it. Where are you? There you go. Whoa, that was a closer one than I would have expected. Those are always tense, because when I'm trying to do there's a later level called the Lab that has a lot of those electric sparks going back and forth between them. The electric spark trap things. One of the easiest way to get a good time on the time trial for the Lab is to actually have it go... have you go through in the middle of their... like, crossing. Because they'll do a thing where they'll cross back and forth 3 times. One of the easiest ways is to shoot the gap as best as you possibly can. That's one that takes me a good 15 times to even get a good start on it. Just because I have to hit that timing so perfectly. Okay. This is one of the ones I would deem a travesty to the original. Because this one is much more darker and foreboding in the original one. And it just is... I guess lighter and happier is the best way to describe it. Where the original one was a little bit more gritty. Easy bonus. All right. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to move. Oh no, that's not a good time. Here we go. Ah! I swear I misjudged that thing like 90% of the time. Where that stupid location is. Can't fall into the abyss here. Otherwise I have to restart this level over if I want the gem for it. Okay, this is a bad time. I wish I had the invincibility mask. Okay. This ain't too appetizing either. There we go. Okay, get on. Okay. Almost there. Oh god. That was close. Almost. Oh, thank god. There we go. Oi. Sweet. And now my favorite level and my favorite music in the entire game. Or at least in the remastered version. Ah, there we go. It's actually funny because I'm not as much into like metal and rock music, but that's what I classify this as, and it's my favorite track in this game. Also, I should like to point out that the enemies throwing barrels at me look like Shiba Inus. Which makes me almost sympathize them when I have to spin them out of the way. I have a little Shiba Inu mix. Who also happens to be a little bit on the pudgy side, so that's another little additional little factor that makes me sympathize with them. Which is actually hilarious because, my little Shiba Inu's color scheme is such that I've always wanted to take a video of him with a pair of blue pants on. And have him running around to the theme music. Oh god, that was bad. I thought it was going to be on a bounce, and apparently, nope. I moved a little too far forward. This is another one I have to be careful of, because it's a colored gem. I can't mess this one up, or I have to restart the whole thing over to get it. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's going to be the... Sometimes I can just shoot the gap right in between the TNT and the metal crate, and I don't set them off, but... Oh, no! Oh, God, that was close. Okay, take this part nice and easy. There we go. Nice. The level's so fun. I love it. Yeah, in the new version, that's probably favorite level combined with favorite music. I remember back in the original version when I was playing with my cousins, it used to be Heavy Machinery was my favorite. Toxic Waste was actually the favorite level of one of my other cousins. Okay. I usually like going over here. There we go. Now over here. And hide behind the chair and wait for him to mess up again over here. Dude has a really faulty gun if he has to keep stopping to bash it into place.